Hey guys, I am doing another video. Feeling up to it, yes. I hope you guys are all having a great week. I just want to let you guys know that on Saturday, the nodes of fate are changing signs. So the North Node is in the sign of Aries currently, and it's shifting into Pisces. The South Node is currently in Libra, and it's shifting into Virgo. Okay, so be aware that when the nodes of fate change, that's when the direction of your life changes. That's when the focus and the focal point and all your energy goes towards where that sign is. Yes, the North Node sign, where that sign is in your chart, okay? So I want you guys to be aware of that if you're having trouble and you're struggling like I am, just know that the nodes of fate are about to change signs, okay? So where is Pisces in your chart? What house is Pisces in? Because that is where the focal point of the next 18 months, yes, 18 months, that's where the focal point is going to be. That's where all your energy is going to be focused, and the South Node is in Virgo, and that's where the energy, you're not going to give a whole lot of energy to that part of your chart, okay? Like all the energy in the South Node part of your chart, which is Virgo. Where is Virgo in your chart? You know what? Just 1 second. I'm going to pause it. Okay, so I have my little laminated sheet because I have my whole family and friends and stuff laminated in a book and everything. So I'm going to show you, it's going to be a little backwards, okay, because of how my camera is. Let me get closer because I want to show you. Okay, so this is me. This is my chart. This is who I am. And I am right here at 11 degrees Aquarius. This is my rising. And my first house goes clear into the second sign, okay? I believe in not whole house signs. I think that's incorrect. I think that whole house signs are for people, astrologers, that are just trying to get the point across to people that have no clue what the fuck they're talking about, okay? So astrologers that know what they're talking about use whole house signs to describe what is going to happen. Now, if you're a little bit more in tune and astute, you've done your research and you know what's going on, you won't use whole house signs because it doesn't compute, okay? It doesn't compute. So, my main emphasis is largely my first and my seventh house, right across from it. Here and here. Okay. Now, what I'm trying to tell you is, where is Pisces? Pisces is this sign. Where is it in your chart? And across from it is its opposite sign of Virgo. Now, let me see. Sorry, I don't have tools to show you any other way. So just bear with me. So Virgo is this sign, okay? And it's directly across from Pisces. And it is in my 7th house and my 8th house. Let me see. No, I'm so sorry. It's just in my 7th house. Pisces is in my 1st house and Virgo is in my 7th house. Now, where is Pisces and Virgo in your chart? Where does it fall on your chart? Where does it fall on your landlines? On your house lines? Where? Now, I've shown you mine, and I think that it would behoove you to find out what is going to be your main focus for this next 18 months. My main focus is me. It's in my first house, right? The main focus, all my energy is only going to go towards me, who I am, what I want. And that's great because I haven't been doing a whole lot of that. I've given a lot of energy to other people, my family and friends and such, and I am exhausted. I love them dearly, and I am okay with that. But it's time to focus on me. And Spirit says it's time to focus on you, Ashley, because Pisces is in a little bit in my second house. This is where we're coming from, Aries, and it's going into Pisces. So this is what you value. The second house is what you value. Not everyone's Aries is going to be in the second house. I'm just showing you an example. The best way I know how right now, because I wasn't prepared to do that. It just was like Spirit wanted me to show you an example. So that's what I did. Anyway, where is Pisces at in your chart? That is the main focus of your life the next 18 months, okay? I'm going to just give you a little breakdown. If it's in your first house, it's going to be all about you. The next 18 months is all about you. You're going to be taking care of yourself. You're going to be exercising. You're going to be eating right. You're going to be maybe possibly getting a new job, maybe getting a new career path, maybe a new home. Maybe all of your life might change completely. You might be engaged, or you might find yourself single. Your whole life could change when the North Node is in your first house, okay? When the main focus is in your first house, your whole entire life could change. You could get pregnant. You could, I don't know. All these crazy things could happen. Your whole entire life, any aspect of your life could be different. Now, if it's in the second house, which is right here for me, that is when you are focusing on what is important to you. What is it that you find valuable? What is it that you find value in? Do you find value in monetary, money and things that you can buy and purchase? I mean, do you find value in monetary value in things? Do you find value in your religion? Do you find value in your spirituality? Do you find value in your home, where you live? What is valuable to you? Your children, your family, your siblings. Like, this is when you are going to find out what your values are. And it's going to be a tough ride there if it's in the second house. It's going to be kind of challenging, because it's really going to push you out of your comfort zone to help guide you to what is it that Spirit is pushing you to figure out what the hell you value. If you don't know, if you've been confused and you thought you valued, like, maybe you valued like having sex with random people, but all of a sudden you're just like, this is, if it's in your second house, if Pisces is in your second house, you're going to figure out like, oh my God, I value love. I only want to be with one person, and I actually am in love, and I'm going to ask that person to marry me, or to live with me or whatever. I mean, your values could shift dramatically if it's in the second house. Now, if it's in the third house, let me show you. This is the first. For me, my first and my seventh house are the largest, okay? But that's not going to be for everyone. But this is the second house. This is my third house. Now, my third house, everyone's third house, is all about your community, like where you are, your neighborhood, your siblings, your cousins, your aunts, your uncles. It can be about your father. But your third is all about your community, where you are and where you travel on a daily basis. What community do you have? Do you go to Starbucks and you know the people at Starbucks? I mean, it's like that, okay? And it can be about work, sure, a little bit. It's what you do, where you go on a daily basis. That's your community, your neighborhood, church, work, sure, all of that, okay? But it's about family also. So extended family, siblings though, sure. And especially if you're still living with your family, you're not old enough and you haven't moved out yet, your family, right? But it's about your community. So then you go to your fourth house, and I'm not going to show you again because it's just kind of silly trying to see that. I don't know. Your fourth house. My fourth house has my North Node in it and Chiron. So your fourth house is about, it can be about your mother. It can be about your home, though. It's about your home. Outside of everything else, when you are behind closed doors, what does that look like? That is your fourth house, okay? It's very private. It's a very private home, very private house is your fourth house. So if the North Node in Pisces if Pisces is in your fourth house, that is going to be the focal point. Maybe you're going to renovate your home. Maybe you're going to sell it. Maybe you're going to buy a new home. And I don't know. I mean, there are so many possibilities. Maybe you're going home to help take care of your mom. That happened to me. But I do have Chiron and the North Node in my fourth house of healing my mother. So, yay for me. No, I've already done that though. She's doing really well. But when I came here, she was not doing well. She was in and out of the hospital, out of the emergency room more than once a week. So I moved up here and helped heal her. That was part of my North Node journey, is to help heal my mother. But so if Pisces is in your fourth house, there you go. You might be asked to help heal your mother in some way. Maybe your mother comes to live with you, or a mother figure. Okay, maybe it's your aunt or your sister who is like, maybe you're like the last of 6, okay? And so your oldest sister, your oldest sibling feels like a mother because she's helped raise you. And maybe she's coming in to live with you. Something like that, okay? So that could be for fourth house people with Pisces in their fourth house. Now, Pisces in your fifth house. Fifth house is all about fun, joy, and pleasure, right? Anything that brings you happiness is in your fifth house. Your children are in your fifth house. Sometimes they can be rascals and they don't bring you happiness. That's true. But if you have Pisces in your fifth house, you might be being asked, I don't know how to even say that. You are being asked by Spirit to focus on your children if you have children. If you don't, you might be getting pregnant, possibly. Fifth house is also about lovers. So you might have a love that is sparked during this time for the next 18 months. Some sort of beautiful, passionate love experience. What else? You might be very inclined to write books or create masterpieces of any kind, okay? Anything that is very creative. That would be books, art, sculpture. I don't know, maybe you're a designer, a clothing designer. I mean, you are going to be very focused on very creative energy. And creative energy can be sexual energy. It can be designing energy. It can be children, creating children. So be careful if you're not interested in having a child. Now, we'll move on to 6. So house 6, okay? House 6 is all about, actually, Virgo is the natural ruler of the 6th house, okay? So, and Virgo is actually the south node, so that's taking away. But let me not confuse you, okay? So the 6th house is all about what you do on a daily basis. You get up, it's your natural routine, okay? So you get up, you go to the bathroom, you brush your teeth, you wash your hands, you brush your teeth, you take a shower, you do your hair, you do your makeup, you get dressed, you go on a walk, you go to the gym, whatever your daily routine is. You take your dog for a walk, you take care of your dog, you water, you feed your dog, you make sure they go to the bathroom. The sixth house also represents pets. So if you're Pisces, if Pisces is in your sixth house, things that could possibly be happening for you. You might have a new pet that you bring home. Okay. You might find a lifelong pet that a very kismet energy between you and another, like an animal. And you decide to adopt a pet, or maybe there's an animal straight on the side of the road and they're just so tiny and scared. And you just are like, I feel like I need to take care of this animal. It feels very kismet and very destined. Okay. You might be bringing home a pet, and that might be your lifelong friend. You might create a new health routine, because Virgo is about health routine. Virgo rules the sixth house, but if Pisces is in the sixth house, because Pisces is the north node at this time, that's where all your energy and your focus goes towards. So if you have Pisces in your sixth house, that could possibly mean that you are going to be focusing on maybe a health routine, eating better. You're going to be very focused on your health, because it's a health house, okay? You're going to be very focused on eating better and being smarter about drinking. You're going to be smarter about anything that you take into your body. And you're also going to be smarter about what you do to help create a healthier body for yourself. Creating a home, your home, right? Like centering yourself and getting yourself healthier. And that might be through an adoption of, or taking in of a pet of some sort. Now, if you have Pisces in your seventh house is about partnerships. That can be partnerships with love, like a romantic partnership. That can be partnerships, possibly like you signing a contract with a company because now you're going to work for this company. But partnerships can mean anything, okay? So it can mean like you vow to, I don't know, be a partner, a workout partner, maybe for somebody, with somebody. Maybe it's your love partner. Maybe you're going to, you're just vowing yourself, you're committing yourself to something or someone, okay? This is a commitment. This is something you're not going to break. This means a lot to you, and it's a commitment. This could mean like you are moving homes, you are signing a contract. This could be contracts, any kind of contract that you sign. That is going to be a focal point for you. Work commitments, absolutely. You're committed to going to this certain group, or maybe a religious group, or maybe a work group, or maybe a parent teacher or something like that. Like you're committing yourself though. You're like, this is what I'm doing for the next 18 months. You're going to be doing this. You're committing yourself. And it's like ironclad. Your soul will not let you out of this commitment until the North Node is out of this, okay? Out of this sign. So be careful what you do when you're signing contracts and stuff, because you're going to be in it for a while, okay? This could mean that you are possibly getting engaged or married. Absolutely. This can be a contract like that. It can be maybe a volunteer contract of some sort. There are so many different contracts out there in the world. It's going to be different for all of you. And you know what I'm talking about when I say a contract, something that you are committing to. You're going to be doing that. Some of your contracts that you have committed to might be falling away, but this is more about adding, because when the North Node is in this sign, you're adding to it. So you will be adding new contracts to your life, adding new commitments to your life, okay? Now, if the North Node is in We've already come all the way over here. Where's the eighth house? Eighth house. Oh, there it is. Is that it? Yeah. Eighth house right there. So we've come all the way. Now the eighth house is about, it's ruled by Pluto. It's Pluto ruled. Scorpio rules that house. But if Pisces is in the eighth house is about other people's money. It can be about stocks, bonds, credit cards. It can be about trust funds. It can be about just money that you didn't earn yourself, money that you didn't spend any time doing anything for. You just have it, right? Like I said, it can be about credit cards. If you're in credit card debt, you might be very focused on paying that debt off, hyper focused. This could be a time for like any kind of crazy earnings that you get, maybe from stocks, bonds, inheritance of any sort, that can land in the eighth house. However, just be careful with that because, like I said, credit cards, you don't want to rack up a crazy bill. When the North Node is in that house and it's hyper focused, all this energy is going towards other people's money. You might be more dependent on other people's money. So be mindful about that, but also be gracious. If you are in need, allow people to help you, but don't ever forget it. Allow yourself to pay it back at some point, you know, if that's the case for you, okay? Just be mindful that eighth house, there could be a death in the family. I'm not going to scare you guys. I don't want to scare you. That's not going to be for everyone. There could be a death in the family. That's why you get an inheritance. Eighth house is about inheritance and other people's money, okay? Also, dark things could be popping up at this time for people with Pisces in the eighth house. North Node, Pisces, eighth house. Things that you probably didn't want to know, like buried secret, family secrets and stuff like that, that could be popping up for anyone. What else could be happening? Eighth house. Yeah, that's a lot of secrets. So maybe money that you didn't know you were supposed to inherit is coming in. But I don't want to say that everyone's going to be inheriting money. That's not the truth. Credit card debt, that is a big deal for America. So be mindful about that, and pay it off. That's probably a major focus for people that have credit card debt. Pay off your credit card debt. This is a good time to hyper focus on that. What else? Excuse me. I think that's about it. My mom is calling me, but I'm gonna talk to her later. Now, in the ninth house here, if Pisces is in the ninth house is a very spiritual house also, like the eighth house. The ninth house is about direction. The eighth house also, I want to tell you, is about endings. Something could absolutely be coming to an ending. There could be an ending to a marriage, an ending to, or a beginning to a marriage. That's why you're getting all this energy in the eighth house. There could be a marriage that maybe you just got married or you're just getting ready to get married over this next month. But eighth house can be about endings too, okay? So, ninth house, if you have Pisces in your ninth house, this is about finding a new direction. This is about probably even, I mean, you could be possibly finding a new religion. Your belief system might change completely. Just utterly change. Just completely and utterly just metamorphosize. If you don't believe in God or spirit or the universe or energies, universal energies, all of a sudden you're like, oh my God, I had a fucking dark night of the soul, and I saw spirits and they're talking to me, and I see things now. You know, like, you could become a true believer and vice versa. I mean, it can be the opposite. The ninth house is all about new direction and finding a new direction. You could be traveling overseas, because this is a very traveling house. Okay, so traveling overseas, traveling far distance of any sort. Okay, it could be in your state or outside of your state, but it can be long distance. It's long distance travel. And it can be overseas. It can be anything, right? So airplanes and such, those are all part of the ninth house. But you will find some sort of new direction with whatever you are doing. Okay, so if you are traveling, especially, you're going to be traveling. If your ninth house has Pisces in it, Pisces is going to be the north node. You're going to be traveling, whether you like it or not. You're going, hands down, you're going to be traveling, and you're going to be doing something that gets you out of your element so that you can see the world in a different way. Okay, this is about finding truth, finding your truth, and you will find it. Okay, what else? So if you have Pisces in your 10th house is all about, like, how you're, I want to say how you're viewed by other people. It's your standing in the society that you live in. It's your standing and how you're viewed from the society that you live in. Let's say, oh, you're a family man and you have 4 kids and a wife, and you go to work every day, and you're an insurance agent, and you own your own agency, and it's how you're viewed. It's like the pinnacle of your life, okay? But how you're viewed from society, and it's like your accomplishments. Your biggest accomplishments, right, lay in your 10th house. So you possibly could be, a lot of times the career is in your 10th house. So you could possibly be getting a new career or getting advanced in the career that you're already in. So you might be getting a promotion. You might be getting some sort of bonus or accredited somehow, and you're being seen in a very big way in the career that you're at. You're getting lots of kudos. If you're not getting a promotion, I don't know, that would be sad. You are probably getting promoted, or you're going to be moving to another job that is higher than the one you're at, okay, in some manner, whether that is money wise or just a title or whatever. You're going to be moving up. You're going to be excelled in this, in whatever position you're at, okay? Like I said, whether that's in the company that you're in or in a different company, okay? There's no lateral move here. I mean, there's none of this. You are moving up, okay? Let's see, what else? So major job promotions probably, and a lot of devotion towards work is in the 10th house if you have Pisces in the 10th. Now, if you have Pisces in the 11th, this is about hopes, dreams, wishes. This is long-term goals that you might have. This is about your friends, your friend groups. So if you have Pisces in the 11th house, you are possibly going to find new groups of friends that are going to help you excel and meet the dreams and wishes, the hopes, dreams, and wishes that you have, these long-term goals. You're going to meet people that are going to help you get to that spot, whether that's through work or whether that's through, just your personal life or whatever. there's somebody or many people out there that are going to help bolster you up to get you to where you need to go. Okay. You're going to have lots of advocates around you, people that are for you, not against you. Okay. So the 11th house, I think that's great when the North Node is in the 11th house, because you are going to reach your goals. You are going to reach the pinnacle of your life and beyond, right? Because the 11th house is beyond. The pinnacle of your life is at the 10th house, and beyond is 11th house, okay? So you're going to be beyond what you thought you could reach. People are going to bolster you up and get you to where you need to be. So that's awesome. You're going to have great, amazing friends that come in, maybe people you don't even know right now, new friend groups that are going to help you help you reach your goals, okay? And what else? Maybe some good news about a sibling older or two than you, because the 11th house is about older siblings. Some sort of healing for them, maybe if they're sick or something like that. There might be healing that happens for them, okay? So that's great news. And what else? If you have Pisces in the 12th house, wow, wouldn't that be something crazy? If you have Pisces in the 12th house, you probably have dealt with a lot of addictive addictions in your life of some sort, some dark, deep, shady shit, like probably narcotics of some sort or alcohol or something like that. But Pisces rules the 12th house, okay? This is the ruler. This is where it likes to be. It's at home when it's in the 12th house. Now, the North Node being there, that is probably going to set you for a tailspin, because you are going to have a fucking awakening. You're going to be like, oh my God. So awakenings happen in the 12th, the 9th, the 8th, and I want to say even the 4th house. Yes, that's what it's been for me. So I'm only going off of experience. You should just believe things if you experience it. And I have experienced things. Well, anyway, so 12th house, you're probably going to have a spiritual awakening, okay? And if you're still watching this by now, people that are in the 9th, 8th, and 4th house, you're probably having a spiritual awakening at this time also. But I want to say, though, for the 12th house, spiritual awakening, absolutely. This could mean that you are really cleaning up a lot of negative karma. I want to say, like, toxic behaviors. This is the house of self-undoing, okay? You made a mess of your life. You self-sabotage, all of these things. That's what we all do. I'm not like pointing fingers at you. But when the North Node is in your 12th house, you're doing a lot of self-undoing. It's like, I've got to unravel this fucking mess I made. I made a fucking mess of my life, of the people that I love, the people I care about the most, and now I have to fix it. I've got to fix this. And you feel like this huge innate energy about wanting and needing, not just wanting. You need to fix this. You need to fix the fucking mess you made. And that's how you're going to feel about it. I made a fucking mess. How can I fix this? You're going to find the way. You're going to find the willpower, and you're going to fix it. You will, because it's in your 12th house and it's your North Node. It's your destiny to fix something that you fucked up, or many things. And that's okay. I'm here for you. If you need a reading, I am open for readings. The description box will have my calendar, a little link that you can click on for my calendar. And I am here and open for readings. But 12th house is not an easy house to go through, a North Node or a South Node transit. I'm not going to lie. It's a very difficult house. And I feel for you. I just want to cry, actually, because I feel really teary about that. It's very challenging, and you're going to find a lot of challenge there, but you're going to find the most reward there. You're going to be like, oh my God, this was so worth it. So stick with it, okay? It's not going to be an easy one, because 12th house is also about like medical, like mental health. And I mean, people really do come unraveled in their 12th house because they've believed lies that they told themselves and other people told them. And now there's all this big lie, and it's like, who am I and what am I doing and why am I doing it? This is all just a big fucking lie. So 12th house, I feel sorry and sad. Not sorry. I don't feel sorry for you. I feel sad though, because I've had the North Node in my 12th house and it was very difficult. And you just need to reach out to people that you love and care about, and you need to talk to them and be truthful and honest with them, because that's how you're going to unravel the mess you made. Okay? So hang in there. It's not going to be an easy ride, but it's going to be a ride that's worth taking. Okay? And like I said, you're going to probably have a spiritual awakening, dark night of the soul, all of those things. And you're going to be like, oh my God, I just saw God. Like, I feel God, and I've got to clean this mess up. Like, I can't be this dirty emotionally, and like all these dirty things that you've done, right? Like dirty, quote unquote. Okay. You can't be this dirty around something so clean, right? So that's why I said you're gonna feel the hand of God. You're gonna see spirit. You're gonna see source. You're gonna feel that warmth, and you're gonna want to clean up because you want to be closer to that, whatever that is, right, for you. Anyway, I hope this helps somebody out there. And I just wanted to break it down real fast for everyone, so they get kind of an idea. In the description box below, I do have a link for free. You can figure out what your natal chart is, and go ahead and get the round circular one with all of this, okay? Do it. It will help you. And I don't know. In the description box is the link though, and you can do it for free. It's a site. It's called astroseek.com. That's my favorite one to use, because I like this that it gives me. I've used other sites, but I'm not as fond of them. I don't like it's just a little messier and stuff like that. So I don't want to get into that, but I do like how clean this is. And it's in my description box. If you just right under the video, it says read more or more ... ellipsis. Just click on that and it will take you to it. Okay. All right. Love you guys.